Hi, in this chapter, we will see how entities are associated with each other, how multiple entities are related with each other. They can be related in one-to-one manner, one to many, many to one, many to many, and the self-referencing manner. Now, what exactly this is, we will see one by one. First, we will see what is one-to-one. One entity, remember that here customer is one entity and here report is another entity. Customer entity and the report entity. One customer can have only one report. One customer, so each row over here is representing, each row over here is each row is representing one customer. Each row is representing one customer. Can you see customer ID 1, ABC, this is whatever this. So when you talk about customer, one customer can have one report. First and foremost, you need to know there is a foreign key relationship. If you see here, customer ID of this is placed over here. So customer ID over here is the customer ID over here. So this table and this table are in a relationship in a one-to-one manner, which means that one customer can have only one report. Can you see? The customer ID 1 is available only one time over here. Is available only one time over here. Report table is pointing to the customer ID. That is the foreign key. The report table or the report entity is pointing to the customer, referencing to the customer, and it gets this attribute over here or column over here. One customer can have one record of this table, can have only one associated record in the report table. One record in the customer table can have only one record in the report table. One to one. This is called as one to one practically. What is one to many? Can you see? Again here the customer ID mobile table is referencing to the customer table. Customer ID over here. Now can you see? The same customer ID is repeated over here 1 1, which means that the customer 1 has two records in the mobile table. Customer 1 has two records in the mobile table, right? Now when you talk about customer 1, so this is one mobile number, this is another mobile number, which means that the customer 1 is having this mobile number and customer 1 is having this mobile number also. One to many. One customer can have many mobile numbers. One customer. So each row inside the customer table or one row inside the customer table is associated with the multiple rows inside the mobile table, one to many. Or in more technical words, one row inside customer table is associated with many rows in the mobile table, one to many. One row in a customer table is associated with only one row in the report table, one to one. One to one. Now if you look from the customer to mobile, one to many. If you look from the mobile to the customer, many mobiles are associated with only one customer ID, many to one. From the customer to mobile, one to many. one customer can have multiple mobiles, right? Now, one mobile number can be associated with, sorry, here many mobile numbers can be associated with, mapped with one customer, many to one. That's what this relationship is. So we have seen what is a one to one, one to many, many to one. Many to one is a reverse of one to many. Now what is a many to many? Now see, course table, student, course entity, student entity, course entity, student entity. Now this is the course ID 1, this is the mobile number of the student, which is unique, right? Now this course ID 1 can be purchased by, this course can be purchased by this student. Also this course can be purchased by this thing. So for that, there is a separate entity we have created. Can you see course ID 1 and mobile number this. Course ID 1, mobile number this. Course ID 2, this student. Remember that mobile is pointing to the student entity. Course and the student. There is a course entity, there is a student entity. So inside the course entity, course ID is an attribute, name is attribute, price is attribute, domain is attribute. Similarly, to the customer also, customer ID is attribute, name is attribute, mobile is attribute, DOB is attribute, right? Same. So these are the entities, remember that. Entities are the tables. We have seen this thing. Entities are the tables. That's why I have shown it in the form of table, so it would be easier to understand. Actually, I have used Excel sheet, but I cannot mark the arrows over the Excel sheet. That's why I pasted in the Canva. So here if you can see course ID, name, price, domain. So this course can be purchased by many students. Also, course number 2 also can be purchased by this student. Course number 2 also purchased by this student, which means that one student can purchase many courses. This student can purchase course ID 1, course ID 2. This student can also purchase course ID 1, course ID 2. So many students can purchase many courses. In the perspective of the course ID 1 can be purchased by this student. Course ID 1 can be purchased by this student, right? Similarly, course ID 2 can be purchased by this student. Course ID 2 can be purchased by this student. So many to many, this is the many to many relationship. Can you see course ID 1 is per course student table. Course ID 1 can be purchased by this. Course ID 2 also can be purchased by this. Sorry, course ID 1 can be purchased by this. Course ID 2 also can be purchased by this student. Course ID 1 can be also purchased by this student, and course ID 1 can also be purchased by this student. Many to many. Course entity, student entity, course student entity. Course student entity would be having course ID and the mobile. Many to many. Many to many. So course ID 1 can be purchased by this, course ID 1 can be purchased by this. So this student can purchase course ID 1, this student can purchase course ID 2. One to one, one to many. Now there is something called as self-referencing. Let's go to the report table. Now I will go inside this report table, right? Now what I need to do, each report references to the another report, which means that, so there is a blood report, and along with the blood report I have done the lipid profile, right? So we can say, so test underscore id, test underscore id, or self, or you can say other underscore report, because this one report id can be associated with the other report id also. So this blood report is associated with the lipid profile also, because whenever you go to make the tests in the lab, right, when you go to the make the test in the labs, at a one time you can do multiple tests. So this one report id is associated with the lipid profile also. I have make a blood test, also I have made what, lipid profile test. Self-referencing, can you see this 2 is pointing to this, this 2 is nothing but this. Self-referencing, and this can be created by the foreign key, a foreign key which is pointing to the same table. We can do that as well. Other report will point out to this report id only. A live example, along with the blood report I have done the lipid profile, also I have done, you can say, a thyroid test, right? So this record is pointing to this report id also. Self-referencing. So theory I have written over here, you may read it. That's what the relationships are. In some ways, these things are in the typical ER diagrams. These things are called as cardinality. Cardinality, right? I hope you understand this session. If yes, write it in the comment box that you have understood. If you have any questions, also write it in the comment box. Thank you.